Welcome to Vibrant Living Conversations. I'm your host, Gemma Putty. As a life coach to midlife women, I'm excited to bring you tools, tips, and local experts to help you ditch the autopilot living by stepping into your true power, who you are, what matters to you, and how you want to dance through this life, root to crown.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the podcast. So today I want to talk about celebrating you, celebrating life, celebrating Mother Earth, celebrating this crazy existence that we have as human beings, as little souls dropped into the body and then on this journey from root to crown, back and forth, dancing to find balance and to live from the inside out rather than from the outside in. I know when we get on these topics of personal growth, self-development, it can feel heavy. It can feel like, oh, we always need to be changing and getting better. I personally love this whole journey and get so excited about it. As you can probably tell by now, I'm passionate about getting to know myself more and understanding each of my chakras and the balances and imbalances and how they ebb and flow through different chapters of my life and different habits that I have. But I get it. Sometimes you don't want to think about how you can be changing. Sometimes you're in the daily grind, it can feel like, of day to day. Life can feel mundane. Some people tell me as an adult, life is like boring and just is. But I want to debunk that. I want to help women, people, tap into living from our vibrant power and living as a celebration and celebrating the small things. So we're going to take that YOUness about life and add celebration to it. And I think this is episode 8 now of giving you ideas and things to reflect on, and let's just celebrate. Let's have an episode of being like, you know what? I am the only me that will ever be on this planet. I'm going to celebrate the small things, the beautiful things about myself, about my life, not go into comparison mode of other people or how I should be more like this or how I need to be changing. So that is the goal of this one. So really from the second that and this is my belief system, of course, but as this little soul is in your mom's body, and as we talked about in the heart-centered one, the heartbeat, that heart center, loving center of our body, that is the first part that grows as we're in utero. And so from that point, watching the journey of us becoming little human beings and learning what makes us tick and what we get excited about, how we feel the best, what situations that just let you light up, that bring out talents in you that aren't even talents, they're just this innate skills that you're like, I'm just good at this. This is my thing. And learning again, what food nourishes your body, how much sleep you need, how you can best express yourself, whether it's through dance or voice, singing, how you connect to yourself and your intuition and let that inner voice guide you. And then, of course, what's your higher power? What higher power do you allow to support you and guide you so that you don't feel alone on this journey? And my perspective right now is very much mom-centered because I'm watching my children, my 3.5-year-old and my 7-month-old, and the 7-month-old is just starting to love her toes and her fingers and smashing things with her hand, and she lights up. And then the 3.5-year-old is obviously years ahead of her, but seeing how he's very analytical and likes building things and following what other people are. He's very observant. He likes following and learning in that way. And I just get so excited as both of them grow to get to be their mom, to get to nurture what they love, not putting any expectations on them to do what I loved, to run cross country, to do student council. No, I don't have that expectation for them. I'm excited to watch them unfold and to get to nurture that for them. And I love it the same in coaching, like supporting and holding space for women to sit, to be quiet in peace, to there's so many things in the world that we need to do on a daily basis. And I get that. I am the same way. There is a whole to-do list over here. There's also my list of how I want to feel and what my strengths are and what makes me glow in the world. And those to-dos, for the most part, have to be filtered through this set of feelings and what my strengths are, because otherwise I get left feeling burnt out. So sitting with my clients and quieting the noise of the world so that we can get to know who you are, and going back to that inner child, like I'm looking at my children and being like, what makes them happy? Because all of our inner children are still in there. As we get older, we are trained by the world for the most part, because that is the human experience. And we aren't trained to really follow our inner guidance, to listen to that inner voice. I mean, I know even when I went to college not because I love design. I love the concept of architecture. But really, I had this idea of like, this will be successful in the world. Whereas even back then, I really knew that nutrition, and it wasn't coaching that I knew specifically, but I was more on a health and wellness journey in where my passions lay. But as I was listening to the world, as an 18-year-old, of course, right? I was still learning my lessons. I went into an intense architecture program, which I love and is part of my journey and gives me these creative freedoms and abilities that I do have now. But observing that my choices were made based on external influences more than they were my own inner guidance taking me. So where I'm coming from with all of this is, once you can tap into yourself and what makes you glow and makes you excited, and start celebrating that, start incorporating celebrations into your daily life for you. Like, and for a lot of women, this is hard. Like, observing and acknowledging and embracing and cherishing your awesomeness. I will tell you all day long how awesome you are. I love spreading all of the love to all of you. But whether it's with a ritual in the morning of gua sha and like really massaging your face and loving on her and loving the wrinkles that may be forming and loving just, this is the essence of your body and who has been taking you on this journey so far and who will continue to take you on this journey. Whether in the morning it's a stretching session to connect with your body, a green juice, if that works for your body, that can set you on the tone of, today I am nourishing my soul, and I'm starting this way with some healthy rituals. Throughout the day, having little dancey sessions or a yoga session if you can get away, or go for a walk, or have a beautiful, vibrant, energizing lunch prepared for yourself, and sit and be in celebration. It is totally a mindset of abundance, right? This celebration mode is a mindset of abundance as opposed to lack. Now, I know both of these are very coachy words, abundance versus lack, but abundance is such a, I can feel the abundance in the word, which sounds so silly, I know, but just the belief in opportunities, that the world is not limited to only one person can have joy or a certain amount of money and everyone else is going to be living in Eeyore mode. This abundance is this belief in the vast possibility, opportunity, good energy that exists in this universe. In quantum physics, like it's all energy. So we can make it good or we can make it bad. We can make it positive or negative, I guess is the more quantum physicsy way to say it. But as we are living from that abundance of celebrating, seeing the good in ourselves, in Mother Earth, in life, and the positive, putting those positive spins on it, we're putting that positive energy out, which is expansive. The negative energy, the lacking energy is contractive. So the second you start seeing that, it really brings you in, tightens you up, makes you more restricted in even being able to live in celebration. But that abundance, that positivity opens you up. You're putting good energy out there to the world. And quantum physics, the law of attraction, means you're attracting that back to you, right? Energy attracts like energy. So going back to celebrating yourself, and a few ways that you can do this is reflect on things, positive things, of course, that people, loving people in your life have said to you. Like, so for so long, I know it's easy to be like, I'm not that way. I'm not that way. They're just saying it. But the positive, loving, supportive people in your life aren't just saying stuff to you for the sake of it. So let it radiate into your body. Don't ping it off you when they say it because you can't accept it because you're a female and we're not very good at receiving. I get it. But receive it. Bring those compliments in and write them down. Reflect on them. See if they do resonate for you. Not up in your head, because your head's probably going to fight it and feel weird about it, but in your heart. See if they can resonate for you. And if you can take that as a celebration of, I am loyal. I am committed. I am loving. I do have a huge strength in drawing, in nurturing, in design, whatever your thing is, and own it. Be excited and celebrate it. Another way is taking personality quizzes. I love taking personality quizzes, and not because I take them on as a rule, as this is who I am, but they give you a framework of your strengths, right? There's like a quiz you can take as to which Friends character you are, or what kind of dog you are, what's your spirit animal, the Enneagram, the Myers-Briggs, the human design, and they give you, some of them are more legit and grounded in science and personality. Some are fun, and take a combination of them to give yourself insight again about who you are and things that you can cherish about yourself, that you can celebrate about you being the only you that has ever lived on this planet and ever will again. Another one is just reflecting on your life. Reflecting on times that you really have felt in your element, and what have you been doing? What actions have you been doing? How have you been dressing, showing up in the world? I know I went through a phase of kind of being sloppy, honestly. I would love running around town in yoga pants and a t-shirt. I say love, it was more just a habit. I didn't feel great doing it. And since I've given that up, and I'm like, if I'm leaving the house, I'm putting on some pants for the most part. Of course, I'm always putting on pants, but I mean something other than slobby yoga pants that I wear all day long when I'm here in my home office. But just showing up and celebrating that I feel like a more vibrant woman when I've got even a tiny little bit of lip gloss on, pair of pants, some cool shoes, which I love shoes. So of course I want to put my awesome shoes. I don't want to wear my sneakers all the time because those aren't fun. Those are just sneakers. My earrings, and go out into the world. And I feel like someone that I'm like, I'm just celebrating life. I'm here showing up, wearing my jewelry, feeling just like my best self, and not from an egotistical way, but from a way of, this is me. Like, what is my opposite choice? I'm either going to celebrate life You can be in the middle even, right? Like, life's fine. Sometimes I celebrate, sometimes I don't. You can be on the other end of the spectrum being like, Eeyore. Neither of those sound appealing to me. I don't want to feel or right? I want to feel excited about being me, about how I'm showing up in the world, shining light, just living out my purpose and celebrating. Other things about celebrating too is celebrating with family, celebrating events. I know consumerism in the world, right? Like, I say it all the time, but going to the store now and having items for July 4th in there already is annoying. It just feels like, seriously, you can't let me enjoy right now. We're already planning for July and it's April. Annoying. But beyond that, there are so many holidays. There's like a whole, I'm pretty sure there's something that you can celebrate every single day of the year, right? Whether it's Donut Day or Balloon Day or Lego Day. You can go through the calendar of the month and be like, you know what? I am going to celebrate this. And I'm going to do it by designing something, having a dinner party, making a fun cocktail, going out to dinner, having a picnic, finding a fun recipe from around the world. I love doing that one. Like, I have a book right now I just got of international celebrations that I'm excited to bring into my family and use it as I am sharing. Like, we are not the only culture of the world, and there are these very vibrant cultures around the world that have delicious food and awesome celebrations, and let's tap into that and bring it into my house to broaden the perspective, broaden the opportunities for celebrating, and not have it every day just be another day. When there are so many opportunities for celebrating, why wouldn't you? And I know, because I have been there, that you're like, oh, there's so much else going on. But you know what? When you start to incorporate and choose that, you know what? I'm going to choose to celebrate 2 days a month, a random holiday, or whatever it is. I'm just going to start celebrating Thursdays, and we're going to have picnics at the park with fun straws and streamers, or just a regular picnic with your kids. Whatever it is for you that you're like, a celebration has to equal X, Y, and Z. I would love to know what that is, by the way. What does a celebration include for you? For me, it has to have yummy food, some fun, whimsical element to it. That's a good question even for myself, huh? But anyway, going back to having these celebrations to look forward to as well. I know going through the workday, the month, when I have chosen to have a celebration, sometimes it can feel like, what did I do to myself? I don't have time for this. But you know what? I look forward to the celebration. I have so much fun being in my creative spirit, planning it with my kids, with my family. And then when it happens, do I wish that we just had a regular dinner at the table? No, I don't. I'm stoked that we took the time to think outside of the box and celebrate the random celebration, celebrate us being a family, celebrate delicious food, celebrate our unique selves and how we can bring joy to our life just in the small elements. So I just think there are so many ways. Like, Mother Earth is another way of celebrating. And that I see in more of the day-to-day is going out and smelling the roses, literally. Right now it's the daffodils, hugging a tree, looking at the trees. I did that this morning with my son. I'm like, no, seriously, look at this tree. It's like 100 feet tall. Like, how amazing is that? Like, how deep does its roots go into this Mother Earth? Amazing. Like, it's epic. And look at these bees swarming around, and there's this beautiful butterfly that was an egg and then a caterpillar and now is this flying being. There's so much to celebrate in Mother Earth. I love it. I love it. I also live in North Idaho, which is epic place to live, with the water and the trees and the mountains. But I know Mother Nature this is our planet of Mother Nature. So those are my ideas of celebrating. And if you have children, you know that it can get even more funny of the things that you're celebrating. Is like, for a while, and still we celebrate going to the toilet. Like, yes, we made it to the toilet. Let's celebrate. Let's have a sticker. Let's eat a peach ring. I am not above giving my kids candy for celebrations at all. We love it. This morning we celebrated when we cut our fingernails. Matilda got hers done. Beckett got his done. We had a little dance party celebration that we were ready to go for the day without claws. Woohoo! So it is bringing this mindset, this spirit, this energy into your life, the energy of celebrating. Because what is the alternative? Truly, what is the alternative? And I don't want to be the overly positive person, but I'm not. I'm a realist. I'm like, you know what? I know life is busy. There are these things that need doing, but I am going to include little moments of celebration in my workday. And some of that is being surrounded by beautiful things. I have my crystals and my sprays, and I can just sit here and like give myself a little spray and dance into my body and hold a beautiful crystal. I see that as a celebration of being thankful for this life, for this body, for this future that I am designing and choosing to have it be joyful, abundant, and celebrating, as opposed to anything else, because life is too short. You're literally the only person on this planet that gets to be you in your body. And we get to move forward from the power of this very moment, choosing joy. And I know for all of us, that's not been the case throughout our life. And of course, life has the 50% pain and the 50% joy, but going through them in a celebratory, abundant mindset, again, you're expanded. You're open to healing opportunities. You're open to support rather than being in your own bubble with walls up, feeling restricted. Your organs are tight. Who knows what kind of dis-ease that brings in. So abundance brings you abundance and health and joy and vitality in all of the ways. In all of the ways, from your inner health of your organs to your radiance in the world, to the relationships that you attract into your life, and on and on and on. So I'm excited for you to go and live, celebrate, identify what the next holiday is that you're going to celebrate. For me, I'm super excited about the coronation, which is next. It's May 6th. So when King Charles will be crowned officially king, because that is my people. That is where I was born and raised. My grandparents, my aunts and uncles still live over there. And I'm going to go over to my mom's and spend the night with my kids. And we're going to get up at 3 a.m. and celebrate the coronation. I have all my British food prepped. We'll have tea. It's going to be so fun because it hasn't happened forever because the Queen was such a badass and just rocked it out for so many years. But now it's Charles's turn and it's time for a celebration of the coronation and the royalness and all the fun things that come with that. So anyway, this was a fun one. I, as always, love to hear your ahas, reflections, takeaways, actions that you took from this and created from this. So I will leave you with that for now, and we will talk again soon. Take care.
If you like this podcast, I want to invite you to coach with me. Let's ditch the autopilot living to slow down, tune in, reset, and redesign your life to glow from the inside out based on the beautiful being who you are, what matters to you, and how you want to dance through this life. I help you understand your self-sabotaging ways, program thinking, and tendencies to outsource your power, and reshape them to align with the true you for this chapter of your life. To join me in a complimentary coaching session, go to my website, www.gemmaputty.com. Sending all the love, light, and vibrancy. Until next time.